Here we are at 4719 West Alpine. This home checks a lot of boxes. It has RV parking. This covered parking in front has a wraparound driveway. Now this is right outside the primary suite bedroom window, and there's a lot of roof line in this property. A lot of gardens, a lot of green space. And if we're gonna recognize all the details, we've got some vinyl windows and some aluminum. Some of the area seems to be served by automatic sprinklers and some of it doesn't, and there are some imperfections on this asphalt. But check this place out. This front room is not your only living space. Oh yeah, and you noticed, of course, that it's right across the street from railroad tracks. Relevant detail. They're not currently used much, and nobody knows the future. There's so many good things about this home. I'm also going to point out some of the things that people may not love as much, like the laundry room in the kitchen or the 3 flooring types right in view. But this is your other living room, your kitchen, your pantry, and it opens into your front room. You have all this storage. You could potentially put a door right there. It would stick out at least as much as that wall to hide your laundry if you wanted. But this home was clearly well loved by somebody older. Well, I mean, 1956 is when the year was built, so they put a lot of love into it, and we've got built-ins. And it's only 2 bedrooms. This probably at some point was a 3-bedroom, but instead they gave it a huge primary suite with 2 closets. And this is the bathroom, only 1 bath. This is the 2nd bedroom. And then the paint is fresh. There's just a ton of space outside as well. So this could have at some point been 2 smaller bedrooms combined into 1. Small attic access. Let's go through this galley kitchen. Probably won't have soft close drawers. So it's original cabinetry. And they've left the original lack of paint on those intact and really brought it together with the mid-century furnishings for your future child. Now let's take a look at what's outside. A lot of different zones, a lot of landscaping. This is just a little gateway area. Your fences around the yard are chain link, but they're made bigger with landscape is what really gives you privacy. You've got a lot of metal roofing with some, leaks. Metal roofing, I think, lasts a long time, but it's sometimes the washers on the screws that fail, the rubber washers. Now this yard has a shed way back there, a lean-to that's kind of wonkily attached to the shop and garage, and this cute little zen area.
Yeah, places that are covered.
Again, a couple more aluminum windows. And then RV parking or a long driveway. The house itself is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,536 square feet. And it's listed for $440,000 with this 1 garage bay. But this 2-car sized or bigger. We didn't measure it, but it's quite large because it also goes deep. So it's as wide as maybe a 2-car garage. Just some details, you know, little actual light fixtures above the workbench and phone jacks outside and in this shop for the old school landlines. It smells a little bit like dust and motor oil back in this part, so I think they probably worked on some cars and stuff. Yeah, a dangerous amount of storage, really. I mean, you could store kayaks, you could get into all sorts of fun with the amount of storage space you have here. All these extra zones are also a lot of extra areas to be inspected. So they'll notice the once the roof leaked and, you know, maybe there could be mold above this garage ceiling. Hopefully that's all old staining, but it also could be newer staining. We don't know yet. But it's a lot of stuff for an inspector to kind of look at. And so I would imagine there could be quite a long list. Now that doesn't mean it's a list of a bunch of scary stuff, but you know, some of the things have some negative grading, but it's upraised. Some dings. But it's a really charming property. Kind of quirky, but definitely has been well loved. The relative of the owner was here hand watering some things that aren't on the sprinkler system when we got here. Do we have an automatic sprinkler system? It says it's automatic and full, but there are some above ground components that may not be connected. That's a sprinkler head there. Really a lot of opportunity here. Your neighbors have similar type properties. This is your lean-to. It's kind of got some wonky connections. If we sneak back here, you can see that you back up to 2 neighbors. These guys have a half pipe and some chickens. Because chickens are louder than you might think, but they're not too bad. But I didn't realize when I got mine, it is about the decibel of a small dog barking. Oh, rose bushes. Okay, watch out for thorns. That one just tried to disrobe me. That tree has been recently trimmed. It's on the neighbor's property, but those branches will grow over the house. Alpine Street does get a little bit of traffic, but not too. I don't think it's too much, but you are right off of Alpine Street, and then you have no across the street neighbors because that's the train traffic. This awning drains right there. They should have a little downspout, at least bringing it into the bed. Not sure exactly what's up under this board, but that's your backflow. They say there's no irrigation water here. There are some dings and dangs on the siding. I think it's aluminum siding. Fresh exterior paint. Got some double gate. Neighbors. And back to the front. And that's the tour.